Hi, and welcome to Livio.com. As always, I am Chef Johnny Carino, and this is Lifestyle Cooking with Chef Johnny Carino. Abundant. Today, we're going to make a wonderful vegan dish. Now, folks, vegan is something that is becoming more and more common on the American table. Vegan is the use of basically the land. No animal products, but lots and lots of fresh vegetables, mixed nuts. And today we're going to do a really spectacular dish. Now, I've had the privilege and the pleasure of traveling overseas, and I've been over to Asia, and I just love the taste of Asian food. Not only is it healthy, but it's so abundant in the quality of it. The colors are so vibrant, and it's so easy to make. It's very, very quick. A lot of stir frying. Today we're going to do this, as I mentioned, the Singapore street noodles. You see in front of me all of the ingredients, and as I mentioned before, vegan is something that I put a little bit into my lifestyle. It's not something that I've been able to adopt to 100%, but I try to have 4 or 5 meals per week that are vegan in nature. I love beans. I love tofu, which is a natural soybean product, very, very high in protein. And one of the misconceptions is you can't get protein if it's not from an animal, and that's totally false. You know, it's something that I've really tried to adopt. This is a great dish, and it's going to be quick, it's going to be easy, it's going to be full of great flavor, and again, vibrant colors. We have in front of me a lot of different ingredients. I mentioned the tofu. We have some green onions. We have some key lime, Key West limes, some fresh garlic. We have some cherry tomatoes. Over here is the yellow onion. I have in front of me what is called a Napa cabbage. And Napa cabbage is something I really like better than the normal green cabbage you would see. This is an Asian cabbage that has a lot of flavor to it. It's got a lot of high water content, so it's got a lot of moisture to it as well. It adds a lot of color to the plate, as well as different texture to the mouthfeel. What we're going to do is start with some sesame oil. We're going to put into a hot pan. And as I say a lot, about 30 seconds, want to hear that sizzle when I put the ingredients in. We're going to get that oil in the pan. We talked about these pans on every show. This pan here in particular has this coating on it, which provides a lot of extra health benefits. You don't have to use as much oil, obviously. You can also omit the oil if you don't want to have it in there and go to a pan spraying. But what we're going to do is we're going to chop up this Napa cabbage, just kind of julienne it. And again, folks, this cabbage here is so great. If you've never tried it before, you owe it to yourself to give it a try. You can also use, if you've seen baby bok choy is one of your options. You can use the green cabbage if you like, which is what you see a lot with corned beef and cabbage. So you can use what you like to use. Tofu is a great ingredient to add into plates for added protein, again, at different textures. There's a hard and there's a soft tofu. Today we're using a hard tofu. Just a little bit firmer. Again, you hear that sizzle in my pan. I'm gonna put the Napa cabbage into there. And you're gonna see that's gonna shrink a little bit, because again, as I mentioned, there's a lot of water, a lot of moisture in the Napa cabbage. In the recipe, it's calling today for tomatoes, diced, but I love cherry tomatoes, so another option would be to use the cherry or the grape tomatoes. The yellow are great, the red are great, and I like the wholeness of food. Again, back to the earth, the way things are with less and less chopping, less processing, so I like the mouthfeel, the color, and I love these great cherry tomatoes. Okay, so we're adding these in there. Again, you see all the colors are very, very beautiful. Gonna spin my wheel here. We have some green onions, and we're just gonna chop these up just a little bit. You don't wanna make them too small. Just gonna chop them up. Let's just take this cutting board over here real quickly and put the onions in there, and the rest of my Napa cabbage. So every bit and piece is used. And we're gonna put some fresh carrots in now. And as you can see, I have some carrots kind of cut up. And we're just going to cut them into thin strips. I've talked about before the importance of a knife, and a sharp knife being of most importance, and you can tell how easily this is cutting because this knife is a good quality knife. and it is sharp. You want to make sure you put the investment into the knives and also into your pans. They will pay for it, trust me, in the years to come. Nice carrots in there. Again, the color on this is so beautiful. And one of the advantages of the vegan lifestyle is that it just has so much variety added to it and so many different flavors. And it really is so, so wonderful and really, really healthy. We put some garlic in real quick, but I want to talk about over here to my right. I have these beautiful noodles. These are rice thick noodles, which I've boiled in boiling water, the same as you would do pasta. Just take your water, add some salt to it, bring it to a boil, cook your noodles, and just keep tossing them so they don't stick together. And just chill them down with some cold water. And I put a little bit of oil in here so they don't stick. And these are all ready to go. So I'm going to add this into the pan after I chop my garlic. But the Singapore rice noodles, or the Singapore street noodles, the main ingredient is going to be the noodles. And this is kind of like a chow mein dish, if you would. The rice thick noodles come hard. And again, when you cook them, it's the same as cooking like a linguine or a capellini or something. It's the same process. Just treat it like pasta. It doesn't take as long to cook, but it's very, very, very good for you, and got a lot of great flavors to it. And it's very easy to make, as you can see. I'm going to give us a little bit of stir again. I'm going to add in my noodles. And I have a stir-fry sauce, which you can buy in the store, pre-made, which is called a Singapore sauce. You can use a Kung Pao sauce if you'd like. You can use any kind of stir-fry sauce that you like. But in this case today, we're going to use a Singapore glazing sauce, which you can find in the Asian section of your grocery store. And again, look at all the colors in there. Look how beautiful that looks. I have my sauce, which I'm just going to add some of that. And this is going to add flavor and also some spice to the dish. Don't want to add too much. We're going to do some light soy sauce, which is 50% less sodium and less salt. So a little bit of soy sauce for flavor. We mentioned before our limes from Key West, which are your small limes. As you roll this, the juices come out real nice. And you squeeze the fresh juice. And this gives a nice burst of flavor, which a lot of people can't pick up what it is, but it's actually just fresh lime juice. Well, fresh lime juice is great in bean soups and stuff. At the very last touch, just add in those fresh limes. And you see me tossing all this pasta for the rice noodles and the beautiful tofu in there. We're going to do a little bit of peanuts and chopped cilantro. Now, if you don't like peanuts, or if you like different kind of nuts like macadamia or pine nuts, walnuts, feel free to put in what you like. If you have an allergy, don't put them in. But we had some fresh peanuts. These are just roasted in the oven. You can see they're a little bit brown, nice and crunchy, fresh tasting. You have some fresh cilantro. Now, I haven't chopped this up. I've just basically cut it real roughly. You can kind of see some of the stems are in there. I want this to have that street effect, that street look to it. That is so beautiful. It smells so good. I can't even tell you. We're going to go ahead and take our plate. Now watch this. All these ingredients speak for themselves. When you see this on a plate, and again, I wish you could smell this right now. You see this on a plate, and you smell the way it smells, and you're eating this at home with your family, with your kids, and you're like, wow, this was so simple. You know, Johnny just pulled that dish off in 5 to 10 minutes, prepped it real quick, and now he's serving it, and it's vibrant with color, it's healthy. It just says so much. And what I'm gonna do is take some fresh lime and just slice it. And you don't have to do this if you don't want. This is basically adding some color to the plate. I like to always garnish with a little something. And there you have a really, really nice Singapore street noodle. Something that's so easy to make, filled with passion, a lot of good flavors, part of the vegan way of life, and something on Livio.com. I can't wait to join me next time for some more intriguing dishes. But until next time, I'm Johnny Carino. Ciao. for now.